Okay, now from this point we shall come to inserts. We shall come to inserts. I will click on it, and here I have this provision for pictures. I also click on that. The moment I click on that, I will have any picture that maybe I want to bring in my document, of course in this sheet. So there, I will get back there, and of course again come to shapes. Which shape do I want to use? Here there are many, like this one is square, oval. You just choose the one that of course you may want to use. Like I've chosen this one here. Of course that is going to be the shape that I'm going to use. So I've chosen that one. You can work out well for my case, like on this one. It's also called output. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, from this very part, of course, we are now looking at graphing. The next part here is graphing now. Of course, with graphing, what I need to do in the first place, I'm going to highlight, as you have seen. I will do the highlighting, then I come and choose the graph that I want. Of course, there are many here. There's this one, I have this other one. So you just pick any that you want. Like for my case, I'm choosing this other one. So I'm going to click on it. And this is now what I have. Now from this point, I can now rename this document. I can now type and rename this document. Like this is about a farm. Of course, it is some statistic about a farm. So I can write that. I can write it like farm record, something like that. Can even just rename it as farm or farm record, and it can work. Yeah. So I already have this graph, as I said at the beginning. Now the next thing I'm going to do, of course, I will come to text. I will come to text box rather. So when I click on the text box, of course, I can now have the shape that I want. Like I don't have this shape, so I can just type anything. I can just type anything in it. So when I type what I've typed here, of course I will again come to header and header and footer. Then when I click on these other parts, now we shall come to this part of header and footer. When I click on the header, as I have done, you will find that it is going to take me to, of course, another view. And when I click on the upper parts of the view, when I click on the upper parts, just the way I have done, it is going to, it is going to work on like for header. Then when I click on the downer parts, as I will also do here, of course it will take me the downer part of the footer. Yeah, like that. So that is about the header and footer in this document. You can now see we will just have it here. So that's about the header and the footer, and we will also have the graph, as you can see. Now from this other step, of course we shall now move to equation. And with equation, when I come and have this part here, there's this part. So ladies and gentlemen, here we shall go to what is called page layout. With page layout, when I come to it, then I click just like this. Of course, I will look at, we shall move to see how to create margins. Of course, margins will be necessary. So when I come and tap on this one, of course that will be for length, but there's length and width, that will be for length. So you can now see that this is going to be the length of, this is going to be the length of the layout. Now with the margin, when I come and also click on this, I will now have also orientation. So in this orientation, we shall come to landscape. Then with the landscape, of course, I will come and highlight this part. When I highlight, I again come to orientation, move to landscape again, just the way I'm trying to demonstrate here. Members, I hope you're following, moving together. So when I do that, of course, I also come to this part of the size. This one will actually determine how my document will appear. So with the size, I can tap on this other one. For my case, I can tap on it. Then, of course, yes, now members, from where we have stopped, of course, we also need to learn something briefly about formulas. So with formulas, like if I want to sum up, I can have this formula, sum as equal sign, then I click enter. So when I do that, of course, it means I'm summing up, and I can highlight that part. Then you just find it is sum up here after highlighting. Like now for my case, I already have the sum of all these. Then besides the sum, I also need to, of course, have the average. With average, you also do the same. There's pressing that average equal sign. There's that average equal sign, and click enter. Then I'll come and also do highlighting of those other parts. After highlighting, of course, the average is going to appear now, even for the rest of these other ones. So already I have my sum, I have the average, and I also need to have the maximum score, maybe if it is like for the case of examination. So the maximum score from this data, of course, I will also press equal sign, then press on that maximum. I go and follow the same procedure of highlighting, just the way I've done. Now, after that, I will have my maximum scores. Then the next one would also be the minimum. So just follow the same step that I've illustrated here. You also come and press on that equal sign, minimum, click enter. Do the highlighting process as I did for these other ones. Then of course it is going to come and appear like already I have it here. Then the last one is the counting, the count. So with the counting, I will also follow the same procedure. Then I write on count. The moment I write that, I will click enter. Just like that, I come to the highlight process. After I'm done with highlighting, you can see that the counting is going to come. Like now, I already have it written here as 2 throughout. So that is basically, of course, what you do with this other step. But that is about the formulas. The formulas rather, you move like that and you find it come. So members, I was saying let's look at the if function. So with the if function here, I can put equal sign, then I type there if, I open the brackets, then I write sheet 2 to 4, sheet 2, that is greater than 40, greater than 40. I can also put comma, is this comma, then I open the brackets, then I can write pass just like this. I put close quotation with another comma. I can again put open quotation, then I write fail, then I put the close quotation, then I click enter. Of course, when I come to these results, I now have it prescribed. There is now those ones. I can now know those ones that have passed. I can now know those ones that have failed just from these very points. I can now tell that those ones that have passed. Then I can also tell those ones that have failed.